All right, guys, I'm going to do a quick video on um, finding the unit rate. I think this will help you start off this Math 7 unit. So let's just talk about it. So a unit rate is when a rate or ratio is compared to 1. So you want to make sure that your ratio or your fraction is always simplified down to 1. So what I mean by this, so if I look at this, if I have a rate, let's see, you drive 90 miles in 3 hours. The unit rate, I would always want a denominator of 1. So I want to figure out how far I can go in just 1 hour, okay? So I would simply, you can think of this two ways. You can say 90 divided by 3 would be 30 miles, okay? Or you can also think of it like a fraction where I'm going to divide both the numerator and the denominator by 3 and get that, okay? Either one. All right, let's look at this one. So 108 cookies in 6 boxes, but I want to know how many cookies are in 1 box because that would be a unit rate because my denominator would be out of 1. It's comparing it to 1, okay? So again, I can look at it two ways. I can divide 108 divided by 6, and I would get 18 cookies. Oops, 18 cookies. Okay, or I can think of it as a fraction and I could divide both of them by 6, divide by 6. Either one works, okay? All right, so let's look at it in a word problem here. So Miss Douglas rides her bike about 36 miles in 4 hours. If she maintains that speed, how many miles can she read each hour? So you really need to look at the word problem to figure out which one you want the order in which you write down your ratio. So I want to know each hour, so that means I need hours to be on bottom, okay? So when I write it, I want to make sure and put my hours on bottom. So right now it's 4 hours and 36 miles, okay? So then when I simplify it, I want to make sure my hours are on bottom, so 1 hour, okay? So again, I can just divide 36 divided by 4 would give me 9 hours. Sorry, 9 miles, 9 miles. So 9 miles in an hour, okay? Let's look at the next one. Calvin drove 456 miles in 8 hours, but I want to know how far he drove in 1 hour. So again, that means hours needs to be on bottom, okay? And miles needs to be on top, okay? So currently I have 456 miles in 8 hours, but I want to know how far he goes in 1 hour. Okay, so I would divide by 8, and I get 56 divided by 8 would give me 56. So 57 miles, 57 miles. Okay, all right, so that's setting up a ratio. All right, so why don't you go ahead and you try those two, pause the video, and come back when you have your answer. All right, check out those answers. So again, when you have the 36 words over a minute, another way you can write it is just 36 words per minute, okay? 15 students for one teacher, so that means 15 students per teacher. So for every teacher, there's 15 kids. So that meant if I had 2 teachers, I would have 30 kids. If I had 3 kids, there would be 45. So that's just a consistent ratio there, or a ratio table if you wanted to. All right, so let's look at unit price, okay? So the same thing. Again, you have to figure out which one they want on bottom, okay, what you want on bottom. So you go to the store to see that you can buy 4 avocados for $8. So how much does each avocado cost, okay? So I want avocados on bottom because I want to know how much for 1 avocado, okay? So that's money, $8 for 4 avocados. So that means for 1 avocado, it would be $2, okay, $2. And of course, you could have figured that out without writing it out, but you need to make sure that you understand how to write out that ratio for when they get more difficult, okay? Dunkin' Donuts has a special deal. If you buy 4 donuts, you only pay $3. So how much does each donut cost? So each donut, so that means donuts needs to go on bottom because I want to know how much does 1 donut cost. So donuts and cost, okay? So money is on top. Okay, so right now it's $3 for 4 donuts, but I wanted how much 1 donut cost. Okay, so just divide 3 divided by 4, and I get 75 cents. So it's 75 cents per donut, 75 cents per donut, okay? So for the majority of the time, if you're dealing with money, money will always be the top, okay? Money will always be on the top. For the majority of the time, I won't say every time, but for the majority of the time, if you're dealing with money, money is going to be on top because you always want to know how much it is per item, okay? The cost per item. All right, so why don't you go ahead and pause the video and do these two problems. Oh, after I just said that, then this one says per dollar. So dollar is going to be on bottom, okay, after I just said that. This one, you've got two different examples. So one bottle of shampoo costs this for 8 ounces. The other one costs this for 5 ounces. So which one is the lower price? So in this case, you're going to have to do two separate ones and then compare their unit rate. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and come back when you have your answer. All right, check over your answers. So again, this one per dollar, so that does mean I wanted dollars on bottom, even though for the most time I said you would money would go on top. So if you look at this one, how much it is per dollar. So it's 4 minutes for every dollar. Okay, so for every dollar, I only get 4 minutes talk time. Okay, over here, if you look at it, so this one was 75 cents per ounce. This one was 80 cents per ounce for 1 ounce. So that means this one is the lower price. Okay. So bottle, whatever this bottle is, that one is the cheaper price per ounce. Okay. All right. If you have any questions about this, let me know. Have a great day.